Next time you're at your electric cooktop, you should turn it on and take a look at the different burners. So you see where you have an inside burner and outside burner, and the elements are farther apart on the inside than they are on the outside. And on the front over here, it's going to be even farther apart. See the spacing? These are really close together because it's meant to quick boil. It's meant to quickly heat something up a lot faster than the other burners do. Now if we look at just the inside element on the bottom and the inside element on the top are the same spacing. So you would expect the same type of heat out of these two. Now on the left side burners, these are a little bit farther apart and it's very evenly spaced out. So you're going to get a good grill. This would be a good side to put your frying pan on if you're doing a big cooking surface. This is something that isn't going to heat up quite as much as over there. And then of course you've got a warming zone too. This one on this stovetop is all electric, but it'll keep it 180, 200 degrees. We'll check it here in a minute with the infrared gun just to see how warm it does keep it. But there's no dial for it. There's dials for the front left and back left and the front right and back right. When you're cleaning the cooktop surface, you can just pull these knobs off and clean below them. Most of these knobs are easily removable, so you can get all the grease out of here. Just don't spray your cleaning solution in here, because then these will dry up and then they'll get hard to turn. So I'm going to take an equal 4 cups on the front left burner and 4 cups on the front right burner, and we're going to see how long it takes to bring both of these up to a boil. Now when I turn the burners on, I'm going to make sure I turn the burners on dual, on the high setting on both of them. And I set a timer. I set my countdown timer on my oven at 15 minutes. It's going to count down. Just go 15, 14, 13, count that way. That way we're on the same page. 15. Dual. Dual. So we're right at 5 minutes. That's about how long it took that front left burner to come to a boil. Now I did take a few minutes to look at my fancy microwave extendable vent hood. I kind of bought this microwave for this reason. I've got vaulted ceilings and I like to get the cooking smells out of my house as soon as I can. This thing is super powerful. If you go outside, this thing will blow your hat right off your head. So I'm glad I have it, but that extendable hood just doesn't quite get the distance that I need to get all those cooking smells outside. So if something's cooking or burning, you might want to put it on the back burner if you've got this hood. See those gases just going around? Yeah, I do call steam a gas, because it is. Now let's test those back burners. I'm going to test them with a couple pans that are the same size diameter. One is going to have a little bit more mass, so that might make a difference, but I'm still going to use 4 cups in each one. Brings that one up on the left all the way to the rim. I'm going to set my timer at 15 minutes again, counting down, crank them both up at high, and see how long it takes them. These back burners are not made for boiling. Even though it's a smaller pan, you think it might boil just as quickly, but it takes a little bit longer on the back. We're a little bit over 5 minutes now. Starting to see some bubbles. Both the left side and the right side are starting to bubble up. So now we're 6 minutes in and we're getting a good rolling boil. So it takes a little bit longer on those back burners. Next test, I'm going to take 4 cups of water, put it in a smaller pan, a pan that's actually sized to the inside of the diameter of the front right burner, the one that's supposed to heat up super fast. And I want to see how fast that one will boil. I'm using the bigger pan that I used on the back burner, both of them took about 5-6 minutes to come to a rolling boil, so I'm expecting a little bit quicker on the front right burner on this one. Put that sucker on high and let's see how long it takes. Make sure it's centered up. I had high hopes for this. We were starting to see bubble formation a little over a minute into it. Of course, these bubbles get bigger and bigger as the temperature increases, and the more of those bubbles that burst, the more steam gets released into the air. I'm actually surprised at the outcome of this front right pan. Being that it's smaller, I thought it was going to boil quite a bit faster, but it didn't. The bigger frying pan came to a boil about 2 minutes quicker. That small frying pan, I think because the water was thicker, took longer for it to come to a boil. With the bigger frying pan, the surface area was a lot bigger, so it came to a boil a lot faster. Hope this stuff was helpful. Thanks for watching. I'm Home Inspector Dan.